Have you ever felt self-conscious about a lingering odor, even after showering and dressing carefully, wondering why it just won't go away? You're not alone. Many older women face this frustrating challenge, often without realizing that simple, everyday choices can exacerbate it. From the clothes you wear to the hygiene habits you've relied on for years, small oversights can trap odors and undermine your confidence. In this video, we're diving deep into 3 common mistakes: poor clothing ventilation, neglecting targeted intimate hygiene, and not changing underwear frequently enough, and revealing practical, life-changing solutions to help you stay fresh and confident all day long. Stick around until the end to discover real stories, like Diane's and June's, that show how these easy adjustments can transform your daily experience. Plus a bonus tip you won't want to miss to ensure you feel your absolute best. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Wearing incontinence pads for too long. One of the most frequent and avoidable mistakes that contributes to a persistent urine odor is wearing incontinence pads or liners for too long. These products are invaluable for many older women, providing essential protection against leaks, boosting confidence, and enabling them to maintain an active lifestyle without the constant fear of an accident. Whether it's attending a book club, enjoying a walk in the park, or visiting family, incontinence pads offer a sense of security that allows women to live life on their terms. However, when these pads are worn for extended periods, particularly after even a minor leak, they can quickly become a source of odor that is not only difficult to ignore but also challenging to mask, even with perfumes or deodorants. The science behind this issue is straightforward yet critical to understand. When urine remains in contact with the body in the warm, enclosed environment of a pad, bacteria begin to break it down almost immediately. This bacterial activity releases ammonia-like compounds, which are responsible for the sharp, sour, and unmistakable scent associated with urine. Even high-quality pads designed to absorb moisture effectively cannot fully prevent this process. Once a pad becomes saturated, it can trap the odor against the skin, clothing, and even nearby surfaces like furniture or car seats. Over time, this trapped odor can become more noticeable to others, even if the wearer becomes desensitized to it due to prolonged exposure. Many women fall into the habit of keeping pads on longer than recommended for practical or emotional reasons. Some may feel reluctant to waste a pad after a small leak, especially if it still feels relatively dry. Others may simply forget to change it during a busy day, or may not have easy access to a restroom for changing. However, even a small amount of urine residue can be enough to foster bacterial growth and create a lingering smell. This odor doesn't just stay confined to the pad. It can permeate clothing fibers, settle into skin folds, and even transfer to upholstered surfaces like chairs or couches, creating an ongoing challenge. Beyond the issue of odor, wearing pads for too long can have significant health implications. Prolonged exposure to moisture can irritate the delicate skin in the pelvic area, leading to redness, rashes, or even painful sores. These irritated areas are more susceptible to bacterial and fungal infections, which can exacerbate the odor problem and create a cycle of discomfort and embarrassment. For older women, who may already have thinner, more sensitive skin, this risk is even higher. Regular pad changes are not just about maintaining freshness, they're about preserving comfort, dignity, and overall skin health. Consider the story of Linda, a vibrant 72-year-old woman I met at a community health workshop. Linda was meticulous about her appearance, always well-groomed and stylish, but she confided that she felt increasingly self-conscious at social gatherings. She noticed friends subtly distancing themselves, and her daughter eventually pointed out a faint but persistent odor. After a heartfelt conversation, they realized Linda was wearing the same incontinence pad from morning until evening, thinking it was still good enough if it wasn't fully saturated. Following advice from her doctor, Linda began changing her pads every 3 to 4 hours, or immediately after any leak, no matter how small. The transformation was remarkable. Not only did the odor disappear almost entirely, but Linda also regained her confidence. She shared, "I didn't realize how much I was holding back, avoiding hugs, skipping events, because of something so fixable. It's like I got my freedom back." For women who rely on incontinence pads or liners, the key is to treat them like any other piece of clothing that gets wet. Just as you wouldn't wear a damp shirt all day, you shouldn't leave a used pad in place for hours. Changing pads regularly, ideally every 3 to 4 hours or after any leak, ensures that you stay fresh, comfortable, and confident. It's a small adjustment that can make a significant difference, not only in how you feel but also in how others perceive you. Your loved ones will notice the change, not just in the absence of odor but in the way you carry yourself with renewed ease and assurance. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2. Hidden bladder or urinary tract infections. Sometimes, despite meticulous hygiene, breathable clothing, and diligent pad changes, a persistent urine odor lingers. When all surface-level efforts fail to resolve the issue, the cause may not be external. It could be an internal health condition that's gone unnoticed. One of the most common yet under-recognized culprits in older women is an undiagnosed bladder infection or urinary tract infection, UTI. These infections are far more prevalent than many realize, particularly among women over 60, and they can produce a strong, sour, or ammonia-like urine odor that persists despite rigorous personal care. As the body ages, the urinary tract becomes more vulnerable to infections due to changes in bladder function, hormonal shifts, and a less robust immune response. In younger women, UTI is often present with clear symptoms like a burning sensation during urination, frequent urges to urinate, or pelvic pain. However, in older women, these classic warning signs may be absent or so subtle that they go unnoticed. Instead, a strong, unpleasant urine odor may be the only clue that something is wrong. This odor can cling to undergarments, bedding, or even the air around you, making it feel like an inescapable problem. Because the onset is often gradual, many women mistakenly attribute the smell to aging, poor hygiene, or lifestyle factors, rather than seeking medical evaluation. The story of Marlene, a 76-year-old retiree, illustrates this issue vividly. Marlene was frustrated by a persistent odor that no amount of bathing, fresh clothing, or hydration seemed to resolve. She had always prided herself on her cleanliness, using high-quality incontinence products and following a strict personal care routine. Yet, the smell persisted, eroding her confidence and making her dread social interactions. During a routine checkup, her doctor suggested a simple urine test, which revealed a low-grade UTI that Marlene hadn't even suspected. She experienced no pain, fever, or other typical symptoms, but after a short course of antibiotics, the odor vanished completely. Reflecting on the experience, Marlene said, "I thought it was just me, something I had to live with. I had no idea my body was trying to tell me something." Certain factors increase the likelihood of UTIs in older women. Medications like diuretics, conditions such as diabetes, or mobility challenges that prevent complete bladder emptying can create an environment where bacteria thrive. Incomplete bladder emptying, in particular, allows urine to stagnate, fostering bacterial growth and intensifying odor. Additionally, postmenopausal changes, such as reduced estrogen levels, can thin the vaginal and urethral tissues, making infections more likely. These underlying issues can cause recurrent infections, leading to a persistent odor that feels impossible to eliminate through hygiene alone. If you've tried everything, frequent pad changes, thorough cleaning, breathable fabrics, and adequate hydration, and still struggle with a strong urine smell, it's time to consult a healthcare provider. A simple urine test can diagnose an infection, and treatment, often as straightforward as a course of antibiotics, can resolve the issue. Addressing a UTI doesn't just eliminate the odor. It restores energy, confidence, and a sense of control over your body. Don't dismiss a lingering smell as an inevitable part of aging. Your body may be signaling that it needs attention, and a small step like a doctor's visit could make all the difference. Number 3. Skipping hydration to prevent accidents. To manage incontinence, some older women adopt a seemingly logical but ultimately counterproductive habit, deliberately limiting their water intake. The reasoning is understandable. Less fluid in the body means fewer trips to the bathroom, which in turn reduces the risk of leaks or accidents. However, this approach backfires in significant ways, not only worsening urine odor but also compromising overall health and comfort. When you reduce your water intake, your body still produces urine, but it becomes highly concentrated. This concentrated urine contains less water to dilute waste products, resulting in a darker, thicker fluid with a much stronger odor. Even a small leak of this potent urine can produce a sharp, sour, or ammonia-like smell that clings to clothing, skin, and nearby surfaces like furniture or car seats. Unlike dilute urine, which is less likely to linger, concentrated urine is more likely to leave a noticeable and persistent scent, even after washing. Moreover, concentrated urine is more irritating to the delicate skin in the pelvic area. Prolonged exposure can lead to redness, dryness, or even painful cracks, particularly in older women whose skin may already be thinner and more sensitive. These irritated areas are harder to clean thoroughly and can become breeding grounds for bacteria or fungi, creating a vicious cycle of odor and discomfort. Over time, this can lead to chronic skin issues that are both painful and difficult to treat. Another challenge is that many older women underestimate their hydration needs. As we age, the body's thirst signals become less reliable, meaning you may not feel thirsty even when your body is dehydrated. This subtle dehydration can affect not only your urinary system but also your skin, digestion, energy levels, and ability to flush out toxins. For women managing incontinence, the instinct to sip lightly to avoid accidents can inadvertently exacerbate the very problem they're trying to solve. Betty, a 78-year-old woman I met through a senior wellness program, shared a relatable experience. Fearing leaks, Betty had trained herself to avoid drinking water, especially before leaving the house. She thought this cautious approach was helping, but she noticed her urine odor becoming stronger and her skin becoming irritated. After a nurse encouraged her to drink small, regular amounts of water, starting with a glass in the morning and sipping throughout the day, Betty saw a dramatic improvement. Her urine became lighter and less odorous, her skin irritation subsided, and she even felt more energized. "I was so afraid of water for years," she said, "but I didn't realize avoiding it was making everything worse. Now I keep a water bottle with me, and I feel so much better." Proper hydration doesn't mean flooding your system with excessive fluids. Instead, aim for small, consistent sips throughout the day, about 6 to 8 glasses of water, adjusted for your body's needs and any medical conditions. Keeping a water bottle nearby can serve as a reminder, and adding flavor like a slice of lemon can make it more enjoyable. Hydration supports your body's ability to stay fresh, reduces skin irritation, and improves overall health. Contrary to the fear that more water means more accidents, proper hydration can help your bladder function more predictably, reducing both odor and discomfort. By prioritizing hydration, you're investing in your confidence, comfort, and well-being from the inside out. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. Poor ventilation in clothing choice. The clothes you choose to wear each day do far more than express your style or complement your aesthetic preferences. They play a critical role in how your body regulates temperature, manages moisture, and, ultimately, influences how you smell. For older women, one common yet often overlooked mistake that contributes to lingering urine odor is selecting clothing that restricts airflow, particularly around the pelvic region. This lack of ventilation creates an environment where odors can persist and intensify, undermining efforts to stay fresh and confident. Tight, non-breathable fabrics, such as those commonly found in snug undergarments, leggings, or shapewear, trap heat and moisture against the skin, fostering conditions that allow odor-causing bacteria to thrive. Many women opt for these tighter-fitting garments for reasons like aesthetic appeal, support, or comfort, unaware of the consequences. Synthetic materials like nylon, polyester, or spandex, which are prevalent in such clothing, are particularly problematic. Unlike natural fibers such as cotton, linen, or bamboo, these synthetics are less permeable to air and prevent moisture from evaporating effectively. When even a small amount of urine leakage occurs, or when the skin simply becomes warm and sweaty throughout the day, this trapped moisture has nowhere to escape. Over time, the combination of heat, dampness, and restricted airflow creates a breeding ground for bacteria, which produce and amplify unpleasant odors. The issue extends beyond undergarments. Pants, leggings, or shapewear that cling tightly to the body can exacerbate the problem by sealing in odors, even if the clothing appears clean and presentable on the outside. This can lead to a stale, sour, or ammonia-like smell that becomes increasingly noticeable as the day progresses, particularly after prolonged sitting, physical activity, or routine tasks such as gardening, walking, or grocery shopping. For older women, who may already be dealing with age-related changes like incontinence or increased perspiration, these clothing choices can unintentionally intensify the challenge of staying fresh. Laundry practices further complicate the issue. Synthetic fabrics, while durable and stretchy, tend to absorb body oils, sweat, and urine residue deep within their fibers, making them harder to clean thoroughly with standard washing routines. Even after a cycle in the washing machine, these materials may retain subtle traces of odor that reactivate when warmed by body heat or exposed to moisture. In contrast, natural fibers like cotton or bamboo are more breathable and easier to wash clean, as they don't cling to odors as stubbornly. Additionally, synthetic blends often require specific detergents or higher water temperatures to fully eliminate lingering smells, which many people may not realize when doing laundry. Consider the case of Diane, a vibrant 70-year-old woman who was frustrated by persistent odor despite her diligent hygiene and frequent laundering. After some discussion, she realized her wardrobe relied heavily on tight, stretchy leggings made from synthetic blends, which she wore daily for their flattering fit. These leggings, while stylish, were trapping heat and moisture, creating an environment where odors could persist. When Diane switched to looser-fitting pants made from breathable cotton and began alternating her undergarments with natural fiber options, the change was transformative. "It was like a fog lifting," she shared. "I hadn't realized how much my clothes were holding everything in and making things worse." Her experience underscores the importance of choosing clothing that prioritizes ventilation over aesthetics alone. To address this issue, consider re-evaluating your wardrobe with an emphasis on breathability and comfort. Opt for soft, loose-fitting garments made from natural fibers like cotton, bamboo, or linen, which allow air to circulate and moisture to evaporate. Underwear made from these materials is particularly important, as it sits closest to the skin and is most likely to come into contact with any leakage. Avoiding overly tight shapewear or synthetic leggings, especially during warmer weather or extended periods of sitting, can also make a significant difference. By prioritizing clothing that lets your body breathe, you're not only enhancing your comfort but also taking a proactive step toward feeling fresh, confident, and in control of how you present yourself to the world. Number 5. Neglecting proper intimate hygiene. Even women who maintain impeccable personal hygiene can sometimes overlook the unique care required for the intimate area, particularly as the body undergoes age-related changes. For older women, the assumption that a daily shower or quick rinse is sufficient to prevent urine odor can be a costly oversight. While general hygiene practices are essential, they may not adequately address the specific needs of the pelvic region, where delicate skin, folds, and potential leakage create an environment prone to odor buildup. Neglecting gentle, targeted hygiene can allow smells to linger, even with frequent bathing or outfit changes. The issue often stems from using inappropriate products, avoiding the area due to discomfort or embarrassment, or simply not recognizing how quickly residue can accumulate throughout the day. The intimate area's skin is sensitive and requires careful attention to maintain its natural balance. Harsh soaps, heavily fragranced cleansers, or antibacterial washes can strip the skin of its protective oils, leading to dryness, irritation, and an imbalance in the body's natural flora. This disruption can, paradoxically, make odors more pronounced by creating an environment where odor-causing bacteria flourish. Conversely, skipping thorough cleaning out of fear of irritation or due to mobility challenges can allow urine residue, sweat, or bacteria to build up, clinging to the skin and amplifying smells over time. The most effective approach is often the simplest: warm water and a soft, clean cloth. This gentle method cleanses without disrupting the skin's natural barrier. For women who experience occasional incontinence or wear absorbent pads, incorporating a quick rinse or wipe with a mild, unscented cleansing cloth during the day can prevent odors from setting in. After a noticeable leak, promptly changing clothes and freshening up with a few gentle swipes of a warm, damp cloth can stop bacteria from multiplying before the odor becomes entrenched. No aggressive scrubbing or specialized medicated products are necessary, just consistent, mindful care. Take the example of June, an 82-year-old woman who struggled with persistent odor despite daily showers and a fastidious hygiene routine. She relied on heavily perfumed soaps and powders to mask the smell, but the issue persisted, leaving her frustrated and self-conscious. After reassessing her approach, June switched to a simpler routine, rinsing the intimate area with warm water twice daily, once in the morning and once in the evening, followed by thorough drying with a soft towel. To her surprise, this gentle, consistent practice made a dramatic difference. "I thought I needed to scrub harder or use stronger products," she admitted. "But it turns out I just needed to be gentler and more intentional." Her story highlights how small adjustments in hygiene practices can yield significant results. Another critical factor is ensuring the area is thoroughly dried after cleaning. Lingering dampness from a bath, shower, or leak can trap odors just as effectively as tight clothing, creating a moist environment where bacteria thrive. Taking a few extra seconds to pat the area dry with a soft, clean towel can prevent this issue. For women with mobility limitations, tools like handheld bidets or pre-moistened, fragrance-free wipes designed for sensitive skin can make this process easier and more effective. Proper intimate hygiene isn't just about cleanliness. It's about preserving dignity, comfort, and confidence. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. No expensive products or time-consuming rituals are required. A little awareness, consistency, and kindness toward your body can go a long way in ensuring you feel fresh and at ease in your skin, no matter the circumstances. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 6. Not changing underwear daily or after leaks. One of the most surprising yet significant contributors to persistent urine odor among older women is the failure to change underwear frequently enough, particularly after a leak. As we age, daily routines may become more relaxed, and habits that were once second nature, like changing undergarments daily, can sometimes take a back seat to convenience or comfort. However, when it comes to maintaining a fresh, clean scent, underwear plays a far more critical role than many realize. Even a minor leak that doesn't fully soak through can leave behind moisture and odor in the fabric, creating an ideal environment for bacteria to multiply and produce unpleasant smells. The consequences of not changing underwear promptly are subtle but cumulative. A small amount of urine residue, combined with body heat and the friction of movement, can cause odors to intensify over hours. What may start as a faint smell in the morning can become noticeably sour or ammonia-like by mid-afternoon, especially after sitting for long periods or engaging in activities like walking, errands, or light exercise. This odor can also transfer to outer clothing, such as pants or skirts, and even to surfaces like chair cushions, leaving behind a lingering scent that persists even when the fabric appears dry. Some older women may reuse the same underwear for multiple days, not out of neglect but because they perceive it as still clean enough. However, even microscopic amounts of urine residue can accumulate in the fabric, becoming a source of odor that worsens with each wear. Synthetic fabrics, which are common in many undergarments, exacerbate this issue by trapping smells and resisting thorough cleaning. Additionally, improper laundry habits, such as using insufficient detergent, skipping rinse cycles, or failing to dry underwear completely, can allow stale or sour odors to persist in the fabric, reactivating when exposed to body heat or moisture. Storage practices can also contribute to the problem. Storing clean underwear near used incontinence pads, damp towels, or other odor-carrying items in enclosed spaces like drawers or laundry baskets can cause smells to transfer, subtly tainting even freshly washed garments. Over time, these small oversights add up, undermining efforts to stay fresh. Consider Darlene, a 75-year-old woman who took great pride in her appearance and maintained a diligent hygiene routine, yet still struggled with unwanted odors that left her feeling self-conscious. After a candid conversation about her habits, Darlene revealed that she typically changed her underwear only at night before bed, reasoning that it wasn't necessary to do so earlier in the day. She also occasionally reused the same pair if it appeared clean. Once she adopted a new routine of switching to a fresh pair of cotton underwear each morning, and again immediately after any noticeable leak, she noticed an immediate improvement. "I didn't think it mattered that much," she admitted. "But once I made the change, I finally felt truly clean again." Her experience illustrates how a seemingly minor adjustment can have a profound impact on freshness and confidence. To prevent odor buildup, make it a habit to change underwear daily and immediately after any leak, no matter how small. Choosing breathable, natural fiber underwear, such as cotton or bamboo, can further reduce the risk of trapped moisture and bacterial growth. Additionally, ensure proper laundry practices. Use an adequate amount of detergent, rinse thoroughly, and dry completely to eliminate any lingering residue. By prioritizing these simple steps, you can maintain a fresh, confident presence throughout the day, free from the worry of unwanted odors. And there you have it, 3 powerful insights to help you stay fresh, confident, and in control every day by addressing poor clothing ventilation, prioritizing gentle intimate hygiene, and changing underwear regularly, especially after leaks. These simple changes can make a world of difference, as we saw with Diane, June, and Darlene, who transformed their daily experiences with just a few adjustments. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned from this video that you're excited to put into practice in your own life? Drop it in the comments below. Your insights might inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to live your best, most confident life.